Namaskar and a very warm welcome. I am Arthida Singh, the head girl of Sparsh Global School.
And I am Divyansh Singh, the head boy of Spurs Global School. And together, we are thrilled to bring to you something very special and close to our hearts.
Introducing Sparsh Rubaru, the first ever official podcast of Sparsh Global School, under the vibrant cosmos of Sparsh Universe. It's a platform where stories are shared, voices are heard, and thoughts are turned into action.
Indeed, it's a platform by the students, for the students, where we speak, we share, and we reflect.
Under the ever growing universe of Sparsh, Rubaru is our way to get personal stories, attention, and action.
So, whether you are a proud learner, a proud parent, or a fellow tuner, just tune in because this is where the conversation begins and relations and connections happen.
From leadership to literature to sports in students' life, we'll bring you powerful episodes with heart, humor, and activities.
So hit play, stay curious, and walk with us as we take to you in the world of Spurs Universe. This is Spurs Rubaru, where students speaks, we learn, and we reflect.
And what a better way to begin this exciting journey with someone who truly embodies spirit of excellence, leadership and determination. In the very first episode of Sparsh Rubaru, we welcome a role model for every aspiring athlete, Miss Raspreet Sidhu.
She is the former captain of Indian women's basketball team, and now she is the head of sports at Shiv Nadar. Her perseverance, her passion reflects to all of our students, which will guide us to improve and be the best of ourselves.
A change maker on and off the court, Mrs. Preet Sidhu is a true inspiration for all the young athletes out there. And we are thrilled to have her for our first ever episode of Sparsh Rubaru. Namaskar, ma'am. I am Arthida Singh, the head girl of Sparsh Global School, welcoming you to the Sparsh podcast. So, how are you feeling right now?
Firstly, thank you so much for having me here. I think it's indeed a privilege and an honor to be a part of the event which I was today and also to be a part of this lovely podcast. And I'm feeling very well because the morning started with so much energy and now you're adding on to it. So it's a lovely start to the day.
Okay, ma'am. So, we'll begin with the questionnaires. I have some questions for you.
Please.
So, you were a part of the Indian national team. What were your experiences? What were you feeling? Could you share with us?
You know, to share the feeling and the experience of playing for the nation for 21 years in a 30-minute to 40-minute podcast would not do justice,
Yes, ma'am.
but I will still attempt it. And I will just share the, anecdotes with you. First of all, the feeling of representing billions of your own countrymen and women and to be in a position to represent the beautiful sport which you love, you're passionate about, and that too at the biggest stage, which is the international level. Nothing can surpass that feeling. And I just feel grateful and blessed to be in a position to have done that for good 2 decades.
Ma'am, you are a remarkable person for me because now I have known more about you. So, who are you right now? Who do you think motivated you to be you?
That's a beautiful question. And I think I'll start with my parents, because if not for them, there would have been no Raspreet Sidhu, there would have been no existence of Raspreet Sidhu playing for the nation. And also adding on a little bit to her journey in trying to inspire and motivate the younger generation like yourself, but also my coach, Mr. VP Nirulong, who's taught me how to hold a basketball, how to play the basics of the sport. And only because I was taught right in the very beginning at the grassroots level that I could take my sport to the national level. So, if not for my coach, who himself, by the way, was a gold medalist from Rajasthan University in chemistry, and he himself was an international basketball player at that time. So, like I said, I feel privileged to be a part of the ecosystem which not just supported me as a basketball player, but also shaped who I am as a human being.
Thank you, ma'am. For a young athlete who is growing, what is the most important thing that he or she would have so that they could become, very perfect in their game?
Firstly, perfection is overrated, is what I always believe. There's nothing known as perfect because the world is so evolving that perfection can be a journey, but not an end result.
Yes.
We keep perfecting ourselves, is what we can say. But there's no perfect in today's dynamic world. And coming back to the question, I think it starts with the passion. I think it starts with the spark which is ignited if you're passionate about something. One of my coaches, I remember, he was from the United States back in 2009. He was coaching the Indian national team, and he said, "You have to be you have to be a little jerk when it comes to, pursuing your passion,
Yes.
because it needs obsession. It needs hours and hours of your dedication, your hard work. And once you realized it, and once you picture yourself achieving what you dream of by living off your passion and by doing that hard work which is needed, I think that's what it's the number one for these young generation, to find something what you're passionate about, and then don't be afraid to give it your all, because it will need everything you've got to reach at a particular level.
Yes, ma'am. So, do you have some words to motivate our young athletes who are watching this podcast right now?
Please, you see, like I said, it's firstly, no dream is a small dream, or no dream is an unrealistic dream. But to dream is step one, according to me. I can tell you from my experience, because when my father took me for an international tournament, it was happening in Talkatore Stadium back in 1999, 2000. And the Indian team were playing against the Japanese team. So just to see those girls wearing the Indian jersey, I think that figure just stayed with me. Just stayed with a 8-year-old who at that point of time decided that this is what I want to do. I think I want to follow the lead, and I want to wear that blue jersey, and I want to participate and represent my nation at the global stage. So it starts with that one dream, and then you give it your all to pursue it. It's not only hard work, but it also a lot to do with how you time your day, what are your priorities, how are you balancing between everything you want to do in one particular 20-hour, 4-hour day. But dreaming is important, and that can take you to places unimaginable.
And from balance, I remember you're an athlete. You must have been a student at a point of time. So, how did you balance education as well as the sport that you play?
So I still consider myself to be a student athlete, because I know single word, it's the both words define me who I am. It cannot be just one word at one. You can never be only an athlete when it comes to, because you're always firstly the student of the game you're playing, and then of course you're student of in a particular setting, in a way, when we say when you're doing your education. Like I said, my coaching, the people who were surrounding me were done by people who had excelled in both academics and sports. So I had sort of a no option scenario, right? And I had to do well. My sister is a scholar herself. She was awarded a scholarship to study in Ohio University in States in physics. And My dad himself was an international runner. My coach was an international basketball player. So, what I'm trying to say is when you're surrounded in such a great ecosystem where you get support, everything then comes down to how much are you willing to give up, because you can't have it all.
Yes.
There will be sacrifices on everyday basis where you feel, okay, no, not this right now. Oh no, maybe I don't want this packet of Lays at the moment because I have a tournament and my, 30 minutes of running would go down the drain. So these are these little sacrifices for that young children which starts every day. That's how you build on.
Yes, Mansi. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your time. A beautiful journey, beautiful words, and of course, a beautiful person you are. Thank you so much for your time, ma'am.
Thank you so much for all the lovely compliments. And it has been an absolute honor to be a part of this beautiful school and to be talking with you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.